Morning, everybody.
Good morning, Rabbi.
This week's parsha, it talks about Hashem revealing Himself to Avram after last week's parsha that he circumcised himself. However, in the future, in the continuation of this week's parsha, it talks about eventually that Avraham and Sarah gave birth to a son, Yitzchak. Vayomol Avram es Yitzchak benoi, and Avram circumcised Yitzchak his son, ben shmoinas yomim, on the 8th day, when he was 8 days old, ka'asher tziva oisoi Elokim, as God commanded him. And this was the first time that someone was circumcised at 8 days old. Avram was circumcised when he was 99 years old. Yishmael was circumcised then as a 13-year-old boy. Yitzchak, however, was circumcised as a 8-day-old baby. So it's explained that circumcision, in a sense, when it comes to Yitzchak, was in the most complete way it's able to be done. Why? Because Avram and Yishmael, more specifically Yishmael, but the idea is here that when you're doing it as an adult, you're making that choice. You're making the choice, and the connection that you're making to Hashem is based on your understanding. However, when the bris happens on when a person is 8 days old, there is no choice. It was chosen for you, and you are beyond making that choice. That connection is done, in a sense, higher than choice. So we always get to hear the unique opportunity and connection that we have, that most people, they have their bris when they're a child, and that connection represents that our connection with Hashem is beyond and greater than our understanding, which is a very powerful thing. But there's also another part to it. It goes to show also when Hashem chooses us, when did He choose us? He doesn't choose us necessarily when we're 99 years old, or when we're 13 years old. He chooses us before we did anything. When we're still a baby, and we're only 8 days old, we're only 8 days in this world, we didn't accomplish anything yet. And at that moment, Hashem says, that's when I want to make a connection with you. So it shows also that not only our connection to Hashem is higher than understanding, but in a sense, the connection that Hashem is making with us is also higher than understanding. It's interesting to see both sides of the coin. That's number one. A second thing is, it's also interesting because, in a sense, it's brought down that the soul has 3 stages that it comes into the person. When the person is born, or even before the person is born, already a part of the soul goes into the person, mainly when the person is born. The second part of the soul enters the person at the bris, at the circumcision, and the completion. The Alter Rebbe says this in Shulchan Aruch, and it's based on the Gemara in Sanhedrin also as well, but that the completion of this is when a person turns 13 years old. So perhaps you could say the 2 elements of the soul is the element of the soul that you're connected to Hashem beyond understanding is b'shas bris, and to connection you still have to serve Hashem with understanding. That part of the soul really comes in and expresses itself at the bar mitzvah when a person starts to become an adult. So really we have to see how we can celebrate and connect with both elements of our soul. We have to be able to serve Hashem with understanding. But we also have to know that we have to go far beyond our understanding and to have that connection to Hashem that is outweighs our understanding. That it says even Moshe Rabbeinu, Pesi Yamin L'chol Davar, he believed everything about Hashem like a child. Innocence. Why? Even though he understood, but believe in Hashem is beyond understanding. It has to surpass the understanding. Hashem Shop, we should all make that connection. We should be able to see that connection with the coming of Mashiach's kingdom. Amen.